Have you ever paused to wonder if you still catch someone's eye when you step into a room? As the years pile on, it's only human to question how the world sees us, especially in a culture that seems obsessed with youth, from Hollywood billboards. But here's a quiet truth you might not have considered. Your beauty might be more radiant now than you ever imagined. When we're young, attractiveness often gets tied to flawless skin, a perfect figure, or the latest trends. But as an older woman, true allure isn't about chasing what once was. It's about the strength in your stride, the warmth in your smile, and the unforgettable mark you leave on everyone you meet. In this video, we're going to explore 8 powerful signs, yes 8, that reveal you're a stunning older woman, even if you've stopped seeing it in yourself. These aren't about hiding wrinkles or dyeing your hair back to its original shade. They're about the timeless beauty that blooms from confidence, presence, and the way people can't help but respond to you. Maybe it's the way a stranger lingers in conversation, or how your laugh still lights up a crowded cafe. These are the clues that your charm hasn't faded, it's only deepened with time. Stick with me until the end, because by the time we're through, you might just catch a glimpse of yourself in a way you haven't in years. This isn't just about how you look, it's about owning your worth, embracing the woman you've become, and realizing the magnetic pull you've carried all along. Before we dive in, if you're new here, I'd love for you to hit that subscribe button and tap the bell so you never miss a video. If this resonates with you, drop a 1 in the comments. If it doesn't quite hit the mark, let me know with a 0. Your feedback helps me craft stories that lift you up. Now, let's get started. Number 1. People are drawn to the light you carry. One of the most undeniable signs you're a beautiful older woman is when people can't help but notice the energy you bring. It's not just about a pretty face anymore, though you might still turn heads, it's about the way you make a room feel alive. In your younger years, compliments might have been about your looks, great hair, or nice outfit. But now, it's different. People say things like, you've got this glow, or there's just something about you. They're not pinpointing a feature, they're feeling your presence. Think about it. When was the last time someone told you your laugh was infectious, or that your kindness made their day? That's beauty in its truest form, how you make people feel when you're around. It's the way you listen, the way your eyes crinkle with understanding, the way you stand tall even after life's thrown its punches. Take Evelyn, a 68-year-old librarian from Portland, Oregon. She never thought of herself as a stunner. Gray hair, a few extra lines around her eyes. But everywhere she went, people gravitated toward her. At the local coffee shop, baristas remembered her order. At the library, patrons lingered to chat about books. Even kids at the park would wave like she was an old friend. She started to notice it wasn't about looking like a 20-something. It was the quiet strength and warmth she'd built over decades that pulled people in. Your energy is your signature. When you walk into a diner with your head held high, or share a story with that spark in your voice, people feel it. They see a woman who's lived, who's learned, who's still shining. If you've ever caught someone smiling at you for no reason, or felt a room shift when you spoke up, that's your beauty at work, undeniable and ageless. Number 2. Younger folks look up to your grace. Here's another sign you might have missed. Younger people, especially women, admire the way you move through the world. In a society that blasts youth from every screen, it's easy to think elegance fades with age. But when a 30-something stops you at the grocery store to say, I love your coat, or, you've got such a cool vibe, it's proof your style has a pull that defies time. This isn't about dressing like a teenager or chasing TikTok trends. It's about knowing who you are and wearing it like a badge of honor. Picture Clara, a 71-year-old artist from Savannah, Georgia. She didn't own a single designer label, but she had a knack for pairing a thrifted scarf with a simple dress that turned heads. At an art fair, a young woman in her 20s stopped her to ask, how do you make it look so easy? I want to be like that someday. Clara laughed it off at first, but then it hit her. Her beauty wasn't about youth, it was about the confidence to be herself, unapologetically. It's in the details, the way you choose a bold necklace that says, I'm here, or how you let your silver hair fall just so. When younger people notice, it's not just about your clothes, it's the story they tell. They see a woman who's comfortable in her skin, who's learned that real style isn't borrowed from a magazine, it's built from a life well lived. So next time someone half your age compliments your flair, don't brush it off. It's a sign your grace is timeless. Number 3. Conversations feel like they matter. Have you ever noticed how people hang on your words? Sign number 3 is all about connection. When you speak, folks don't just hear you, they listen. Their eyes lock with yours, they nod like they're soaking it in, and sometimes they even lean closer, like they don't want to miss a thing. That's not just politeness, it's a signal your presence has weight, your voice has power, and your beauty runs deep. This goes beyond looks. It's about the charisma you've earned through years of triumphs and tears. Take Ruth, a 73-year-old retired teacher from Boulder, Colorado. She wasn't one for mirrors, never had been, but she couldn't ignore how people reacted when she talked. At a community potluck, a neighbor said, "You've got a way of making everything sound important." Even her grandkids, usually glued to their phones, would put them down to hear her stories. Ruth realized it wasn't about her gray curls or the lines on her face. It was the way she spoke with heart, the way she made people feel seen. When you share your thoughts with clarity, when you listen like it matters, you become magnetic. It's not loud or showy, it's quiet, steady, real. If you've ever felt someone's full attention on you, or had a stranger say, "I could talk to you all day," that's your beauty shining through, raw and unfiltered. Number 4. They can't stop noticing the little things. Sign number 4 hits closer to home. People compliment the details. Your skin, your posture, the way your hair catches the light. These aren't throwaway comments. They're proof you're radiating something special. Sure, youth gets praised for perfection, but as an older woman, it's the care you show yourself that stands out. Imagine Helen, a 70-year-old gardener from Asheville, North Carolina. She'd spent years under the sun, hands in the dirt, and never bothered with fancy creams. Yet at a farmer's market, a vendor stopped her to say, "Your skin's got this glow, how do you do it?" Another time, a friend remarked, "You stand so tall, like you own every step." Helen didn't see it herself, until she started paying attention. It wasn't about erasing time, it was about the vitality she carried, the way she moved with purpose. Maybe someone's told you your eyes still sparkle, or your laugh lines tell the best stories. These aren't accidents. A strong back, a healthy shine, a stride that says, "I'm still here." They're the marks of a woman who's lived well and wears it proudly. If you've heard these little praises, let them sink in. They're signs your beauty's alive and kicking. Number 5. Your confidence commands respect. Here's a big one. People don't just notice you, they respect you. Sign number 5 is about the quiet power of confidence. It's not loud or pushy. It's the kind that settles over you like a well-worn coat, earned through years of knowing who you are. When you walk into a space, heads turn, voices soften, and people listen, not because you demand it, but because you don't have to. Consider Marjorie, a 75-year-old former diner owner from Tulsa, Oklahoma. She'd never cared for trends, but she carried herself like she'd seen it all, and she had. At a family reunion, her nephew said, "Aunt Marge, you've got this thing. Everyone just wants to hear what you think." Even strangers at the hardware store would ask her opinion, like she had some secret wisdom. It wasn't her looks alone, it was the way she stood firm, spoke sure, and didn't shrink for anyone. Confidence isn't about perfection. It's about owning your space, your scars, your story. If people seek your advice, value your words, or treat you like you matter, that's your beauty in action. Strong, steady, and impossible to ignore. Number 6. You make people feel at home. Sign number 6 is pure magic. Your warmth lights up the room. It's not about being the loudest or the flashiest. It's about the way people relax around you, like they've found a safe place. If strangers spill their stories, if friends linger longer than they planned, if kids tug at your sleeve to talk, that's your charisma at work. Take Lorraine, a 69-year-old seamstress from Charleston, South Carolina. She didn't think much of her looks. Too many years squinting at thread, she'd say, but people couldn't stay away. At the post office, the clerk would chat her up. At church, folks flocked to her pew. A young mom once told her, "You've got this energy, I feel better just standing here." Lorraine's secret? A smile that welcomed, a laugh that invited, a heart that listened. Your warmth is your superpower. A kind nod, a gentle touch, a look that says, "I see you." These are the threads of beauty that time can't unravel. If you've ever felt like people bloom in your presence, that's a sign you're more stunning than you know. Number 7. Eyes follow you, subtly or not. Sign number 7 might catch you off guard. People can't help but look. Maybe it's a quick glance across a diner, or a lingering stare at the park. It's not about fitting some old beauty mold. It's about the pull you've got, the way you carry your life like a quiet masterpiece. Think of Patricia, a 72-year-old widow from Santa Fe, New Mexico. She'd laugh and say she was past her prime, but she kept noticing it. A cashier sneaking a second look, a guy holding the door with a shy smile, a woman at the gallery eyeing her turquoise earrings. At first, she thought it was chance. Then she saw it, the way she moved, slow and sure, the way her voice cut through the noise. People weren't staring at youth, they were drawn to her essence. It's in your walk, your poise, the way you tilt your head when you laugh. If you've caught those stolen glances, don't doubt it. Your beauty's still turning heads, just in a deeper, richer way. Number 8. You inspire without even trying. Finally, sign number 8. You're a spark for others. People don't just see you, they want to be like you. It's not about copying your haircut or your wardrobe, it's about the life you've built, the way you shine without shouting. When someone says, "I hope I'm like you someday," that's your beauty leaving a legacy. Take Alma, a 74-year-old volunteer from Minneapolis, Minnesota. She spent her days at a food bank, sleeves rolled up, hair in a messy bun. She didn't fuss over mirrors, but a young coworker once said, "You make growing older look amazing." Friends asked her secret, not for looks, but for living with such fire. Alma didn't have an answer, she just kept being herself. If you've ever inspired someone, lifted them with a word, a laugh, a choice, that's the truest beauty there is. It's not skin deep, it's soul deep, and it only grows stronger with time. So, there you have it, 8 signs that your beauty isn't fading, it's flourishing. This isn't about clinging to youth or hiding the years. It's about the woman you are right now. Strong, warm, captivating in ways you might have overlooked. If people light up around you, admire your spirit, or steal a glance when you're not looking, that's proof you're as beautiful as ever, maybe more. Society might tell us aging is a dimmer switch, but I say it's a spotlight. You're not disappearing, you're stepping into a radiance that's all your own. So, tell me in the comments, which sign hit home for you? Have you seen these in yourself, maybe in a moment you didn't expect? I'd love to hear your story, it's what keeps this going. If this spoke to you, drop a 1 below. If it missed the mark, a 0 works too. I'm here to grow with you. Like, subscribe, share with someone who needs this today. Thanks for being here, I can't wait to see you in the next one.